Hey everyone, another quick update from Andrew with Defiant Tactical Accessories. I just wanted to talk for a moment about a simple experience that I had that showcases the importance of preparedness. My family and I just took a trip to Myrtle Beach, and so we went and kind of played on the beach. I'm not a huge beach fan. If I'm going to be in the water, I'd rather be in a pool where it's clear and clean and I can see the bottom, and I just have better time in the pool. But anyhow, less sand and all that. But at any rate, my kids enjoyed it, and so we had a good time. While we were out there at the beach, my youngest, who seems to be the accident prone in our family for better or for worse, was out playing in the water. I was sitting and, drinking a drink with my wife and a mutual friend who happened to be in town at the same time. And I see my youngest daughter sitting down, and she looked like she might have been crying. My oldest was sort of looking at her, and my son comes running, it was probably 20 or 30 yards or whatever, over to where we were sitting. And I could tell, obviously, something was already wrong. So my son gets over, and he says, "Dad, something happened to Abby's foot. I need you to go take a look. She's bleeding." And so I, immediately grabbed my kit. So that's where I'm getting... That's what I'm getting at. Even at the beach, I think it's important everywhere we are, whether it's at the beach or in the mountains or at the lake or at home, we should be prepared. And I had a kit with me. Now, I obviously wasn't able to carry on my person because I was in, swimming attire. But in my bag, which was right with me there, I had medical, I had a firearm and all that kind of stuff. So I grabbed my kit and went. And I get over there, and my youngest has somehow, on her foot, she stepped on a crab, like a little crab. And it was only like, maybe this long, 2 inches wide, something like that. And crabs have like the spokes or whatever on each side of the shell. Well, one spoke had gone into on the bottom of her foot, had gone into like the back part of the pad of her big toe. And the other spoke was not really inside of her skin, but wedged against the ball of her foot, not the ball, but the pad of her foot. And so it was sitting there and its legs were kicking I'm trying to get out, but it couldn't because the spike was stuck in her toe. I mean, it's probably a good quarter of an inch or so. Poor thing. And she was just freaking out. And my oldest didn't really know what to do, right? So it's not like it was a major medical situation or something like that, right? But the point is that I got over there, I pulled my med kit out of my bag, and so I was able to, we removed the crab. Her toe was bleeding, and I had what I needed for the most part to take care of it. Now, I was missing some minor medical stuff, right? This was sort of my trauma kit that I had on me. I wish that I had just some Band-Aids. That probably would have been plenty. It was a little bit big for a Band-Aid, I think, but it was bleeding. It was bleeding okay. So, but I was able to clean it and then wrap a little gauze around it and then wrap a bandage around that. And she was okay. And her friend made a comment afterwards that she saw, she could tell there was a change in my demeanor, and then as soon as I found out that she was hurt, I had my bag and I was off before, they could even stand up, her and my wife. And so she just made a comment about, me having the bag and stuff. And people sometimes don't think about that. Carry your stuff with you, okay? Even for minor things like that. It is, not only is it good in general, but it feels good to be prepared for even minor situations like that. So carry your stuff and be ready to help the people that you love, or maybe even people you don't know, when fate taps you on the shoulder. Because you don't get to pick when. You don't get to pick how, but one day fate will tap you on the shoulder, whether it's taking care of your child who stepped on a crab or taking out an active shooter. You don't know what your circumstances will be. All you can do is to be prepared so that you're ready to act when the time comes. It's Andrew with Defiant Tactical Accessories. We'll catch you on the next one.